Only word in French I'm going to use. I'm sorry for some of you guys. It's very exciting to be back at VivaTech this morning and spend a little bit of time with you to reflect on our own transformation as a company. You know, I've been privileged to be working with this company, Microsoft, for 34 years. And I've seen a few changes in my life, my professional life, and I get lucky every day as I work across 191 countries in the world to actually meet with customers, partners, and people. And almost every single day, the same conversation happens. How is Microsoft transformation going? What are you guys doing? So what I'd like to do this morning is really share with you the perspective as a company as we are doing our own transformation journey. And obviously, as a company, as was said in this introduction, we started many years back in 1975 with a pretty simple but very bold aspiration that one day there will be a computer on every desk in every home. I think we can say that by now, most of that has been achieved, most part of the world, not everywhere, and yet many other big inflection points and changes happened over the past few years. And we are entering now a very new era. And as a company, we certainly turned a page a few years back, 2014, when we announced our third CEO in more than 40 years of history as a company, Satya Nadella, taking the leadership of Microsoft as a company. And as we did that, it was very clear that not only Satya was bringing a very different, fresh perspective on things, he was bringing a new lens on innovation, on technology, on strategy, but also really encouraging all of us in the company to take really a new perspective on our contribution to the world, to the economy, and to the society. What was clear to us as well is what we achieve and what we've been building over the past 40 years is not what will make us successful in the next 40 years as a company. In other words, what got us here may not get us there. And that was really the starting point of pretty big, deep introspection and then reflection on how should we manage that change as a company. And we looked around the world. We obviously connect, engage with customer partners, countries, communities around the world. And we see, and we could see clearly big changes happening. The world was becoming digital. Any organization, from the smallest startups to the largest institution in the world, had to become a digital organization in some shape or form. And yet, as a company, we had gone through a number of historical changes, from the PC era to the Internet revolution, to client server, to enterprise computing. And we were entering the digital transformation era in a world which had become a cloud-first and mobile-first world. And in such a world, it was very clear that our customers' expectations had changed for Microsoft. The second big tenet of the transformation was all about the way we could bring to the market and create our innovation for our customers and our clients. When you think about it, as a company, we've been building tons of products over the years. And yet, when you think about what cloud enables, it's truly about a seamless way of responding to your customers, to confirm and strengthen your operation, and drive business outcomes with digital at the core of it. In a way, digital is becoming part of the products and the services of any business on the planet. It is becoming what we call the digital cogs. And with that, we as a company had to move away from our pretty siloed product innovation we had for many years to bring together all of our innovation in a meaningful way on the cloud platform. The very third big tenet as well of the change is a new culture of work. It's pretty clear, and listening to any pitch you have today and really connect with any customers in the world, the aspiration of the workforce on the planet, both the new generation of talents, the new inclusive environment we need to create as companies has changed tremendously. And as a company, Microsoft, we are not only competing for talents with the Google, Facebook, Amazon of the world, we are competing with talents with any Fortune 1000 companies in the world. So there's a fierce battle to attract the best talents to truly tackle the digital transformation. So when you bring together all of that, it became pretty clear that not only there was a burning platform for a change, but we need to undertake the change in a very different way. And change is hard, and keeps being hard, by the way. It's not a one-day effort. And so what I want to reflect now is the way we've been embracing that change, starting with the very first step that we took as a company. And we thought about the first step we should take. We actually spent quite some time at the beginning with Satya, but also a number of Microsoft employees, customers, partners, to reflect on our mission. And the mission of the company is not just a few words on a chart. It's not. The mission is truly the North Star. The mission is what drives you every single day to aspire to become, what you want to stand for as a company. As reflected on that as an organization, we decided to embrace the mission, which we believe is a strong, aspirational, exciting mission, which is about empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. And when it comes to technology, what we mean by empowering people, we mean empowering people through digital tools and technology to enable anyone on the planet to do more, to achieve more in their life and works, and to do the same with any business to get them to become a digital business. This is what we call a mission-led company. This is our raison d'être in French. This is the purpose that drives us every single day as a company. Now, the mission is a first step, but if you want the mission to be real, to bring it to life, you got to change and evolve your culture. And by the way, I think someone says culture eats strategy every morning, every lunch, every breakfast. It's true. Culture is at the core of the change that you want to achieve. And as a company, we embrace a very different type of mindset. We embrace what is called growth mindset. I'm sure some of you have read this book from Carol Dweck a few years ago, which is defining growth mindset as a position to what is called the fixed mindset of someone that you meet, that you work with every day, who knows it all, to someone who wants to learn it all. So the growth mindset is really all about the attitude, the behaviors of the people, of the 100,000 employees of Microsoft, challenging all of us to have a much more open mindset, not only in accepting the change, but in learning every single day from our customers, from our colleagues, from our communities to do better and to enable our customer success. When you anchor the mission of the company with that culture, then you need to truly make it tangible. And so we translated that in 3 attributes. Customer first, customer obsession. All and every decision we take as a company from an innovation investment standpoint is centered and start with customers. And every time we've got to make big trade-offs, hard decisions, it's about customer success. But it's also about creating a diverse, inclusive environment so that we can attract the best talents from all across the world, from very different types of environments and background, to truly represent the world in which we live and we operate. That's what diversity and inclusion to me is all about, is to be a mirror of the society and the customers that you are working with every single day. And last but not least, we embrace the one Microsoft. Certainly the biggest shift we made as a company was to remove many of the organizational boundaries you can have in a 100,000 employees organization, from the product engineering teams to the sales, marketing, services, operation teams, to all of support teams, to bring the best of one Microsoft together to enable our customer success. And when we do all of that, I can assure you that brings a lot of clarity to our people, that delivers a lot of energy, and hopefully that helps us making a difference. So that's the foundation we build, actually, the renaissance of our culture as a company with a new culture. Build a culture, of course, which keeps being challenged every single day, by the way. You need to anchor your company strategy. You need to come up with a strong concept. You need to come up with a world view. And the world has changed, as I said, and the world has changed, and the world has shifted. And we decided as a company to embrace a very significant and strong point of view. We believe that we need as a company to bring the best of innovation to build that intelligent cloud with intelligent edge. And we want to achieve that because there are fundamentally three technology paradigm shifts happening in the world that you all are dealing with. The first one is the world is becoming a computer. We've got ubiquitous computing everywhere in the world, with cloud, with IoT, with nodes in the cars, with you, in the mirrors of the Accor hotels we are just listening to the presentation. It's connected, real time, with billions of connected people processes. AI is infusing everything, infusing the core data center infrastructure to apps, to device, to services, to business process and application. And last but not least, your customers, your employees, your people are the center of a new set of experiences, multi-sense, multi-device. Multi-sense in the sense that as you use an application, you're going to use not just typing, voice, vision, all the way to holographic, immersive experiences, where you completely change the relationship you have with your clients and your people. So that's the point of view we have taken as a company to embrace that cloud-first and mobile-first world. And with that strategy in mind, we decided to clarify, simplify massively our innovation agenda as a company. And we decided just a couple of years ago, 18 months ago, to focus on 6 solution areas. 6. That's all. It's not hundreds of products and technologies we love to talk about, 6 solution areas. 2 in the consumer space, gaming and modern life, and 4 solutions which are enabling enterprise, small business startups to transform in the commercial space. When you bring that together, we've got the 4 commercial solution areas. Modern workplace is truly all about unleashing creativity, collaboration, security to change the culture of your organizations. The business application is a new way of innovating on the fly in your business process with our Dynamics platform. Application infrastructure leverages the breadth and the depth of our Azure cloud platform globally in 52 regions in the world so that you can build those intelligent services and applications for your business. And data and AI is the way you're going to monetize your data and augment your people capabilities there all the time. But all the innovation comes together to enable our customer transformation. And most of the customers transformed in 4 different ways. Number 1, they want to completely change their employees' engagement. They want to change the way people work, collaborate, real-time, internally and externally to make a difference. Number 2, they really want to engage and change and redesign the customer journey to make that multi-channel, multi-point customer journey true, authentic, meaningful, and adding a lot of value. They also want to change their operation to put digital at the core of the operation. As a car manufacturer, as an example, Nissan is going to be operating their 10 millions of cars next year with our Azure cloud on the planet, at the core, at the fabrics of the cars becoming digital cars. And then it's about transforming the products and the services so that you embark again digital in the way you manufacture, you create, and you offer your products and services on the marketplace. So that's the way we go to market, that's the way we innovate, that's the way we decide every single in the company, or we prioritize our investments, and how we go to market with our customers and our partners. And with that, we've been able to truly get at the core of many customer transformation. So what I'd like to do now is just to roll out a short video to share an example of this great company, Maersk. Can you roll out the video, please?
At Maersk Container Industry, we operate a 24-hour business across 4 global locations, producing more than 400 containers a day. The whole process demands real-time communication and coordination across a global value chain. Digital transformation for us means greater transparency, deeper understand our risks and costs, and the ability to take more informed, proactive, and data-driven decisions. Dynamics 365 in the cloud allows us to unite the whole company in one system with prompt access to global data anywhere, anytime. We can share information, collaborate, and respond to all business needs in one place. With better forecasting and business intelligence, we can automate processes, reduce errors, and cost our products more accurately. Machine learning and quantum intelligence will allow us to take preventive actions and extend the life value of our customers' investment in goods. We want to take bigger risks, to continually understand what we can do better and capitalize on new opportunities faster. And we're now in a position to do so.
So that's for Maersk, one of many examples again of customer digital transformation at the core of the operations, at the core of those containers and big bus you see across the world. Now, clearly, that journey is continuing across the entire company. And in my capacity as a global leader of our sales organization for Microsoft, I've got to set the course. I've got to embark my sales, services, consulting team across the world to enable a new experience for our customers. And let me share with you actually what it means at scale for a company like Microsoft. We have 100,000 people across the world, across 191 countries, and 50,000 of that workforce is all about engaging with customers everywhere in the world. It's about transferring our know-how and value into their core business. So it's a pretty massive scale. And so when back in July, like 11 months ago, I embarked the whole sales organization on a change to enable the experience, that was a pretty big, bold moment, pretty big moment of anxiety looking in my mirror in the morning as we were going to change the roles, the accountabilities, everything of 50,000 people on the planet. This is, in essence, the largest transformation of Microsoft in its history, and probably, I guess, one of the very largest in the IT industries. So I'd like to share a little bit of the learning and where we are, because we are far from being done in that sales transformation as an organization. You know, clearly, the way you want to enable transformation is by landing in new capabilities. And as a company, we came from a lot of legacy. And I'm not going to comment all that legacy, but you know what I mean. For many of you who've been dealing with Microsoft software for years, and the way we deliver that software experience to you as a customer. And the challenge for us was to create, refresh, or renew a new set of capabilities. And capabilities are not just processes. These processes, people skills, tools coming all together in a very seamless way. And just to take a couple of examples, engineering culture, engineering capabilities are shifting from a world we used to ship a new version of Windows and Office every 3 years, where we are delivering a continuous flow of innovative services and cloud on Azure every few weeks. A couple of months ago, we announced like 130 new services on Azure, which is just unbelievable. Same on our Microsoft 365 platform, collaboration platform, Dynamics. The same is happening with our sales team and capabilities. You know, when we used to have a sales motion, which was a lot about transaction, software licensing contracts, now we are engaging with clients on business outcomes. We are truly taking a challenge with our customers to the delivery and the usage of our cloud services to measure their success. And as a result of that, we have decided to completely shift the compensation model of all of our people in the world, all the way to me and the senior leadership team of Microsoft, from bill revenue, what we bill to our customers, to usage, to the consumption of our services by the customers. It's pretty powerful because it really keeps you honest every single day on the North Star of what the success of your customer is or should be as you reflect on those KPIs every single day. So those are the new capabilities we are reshaping, evolving, and growing as an organization. And to do that, you also need to change the culture. The same way we do it for the company, I had to really unleash a new culture on the sales organization. And that culture is really a three-pronged approach. It's about a culture of learning and coaching, very different from an inspection culture, a command and control culture. We go and you are hardcore about the way you hit your numbers, the way you deliver on your quarters, I mean, all the stuff you know when you lead a sales organization. Now we are talking about reflections on the learning, on competition, on the usage of our cloud platform, on the gaps we have, on the way we need to respond much faster to the customers, and having all of our managers globally embracing that culture. We enable that through digital tools. We enable that through the power of digital dashboard, Power BI in our worlds, in our products, enabling every single person to have a refreshed view of their customer success every day, every second, on their mobile, on their tablet, on their PC, fully aligned with the company's goals and objectives. And last but not least, we are doing also a new rhythm, a new way of orchestrating of our people. Because if you want to bring the one Microsoft together, you need to get not only the sales team, you need to get engineering teams lining up. We need to get what we call the customer success team lining up, digital advisors, data scientists, so that we can bring the best resource, the right customer at the right time every single day. And we are leveraging our workplace analytics from Office 365 to analyze our people relationship and collaboration, and actually use that to coach our managers where and how to spend their time better, because we can correlate the time they spend with the outcomes they get to, which is pretty powerful. So that's the framework we use, empowering digital success as leaders and as managers. Now, as we embrace that culture, that set of capabilities, I can assure you, you achieve something which has never achieved in a company for the last 40 years plus, which is a full alignment of a 100,000 people company, all the way from the board, the senior leadership team where I sit every single week. Actually, this evening will be a meeting of the senior leadership team of Microsoft. And when we sit down, look at the scorecard of the company, when we discuss our innovation, we discuss our customer engagements, we have exactly the same KPIs all the way down to every single individuals in the companies, because of that deep alignment of our solution areas, of those set of consumption usage scenarios all across the company. This is very powerful, and that drives a lot of clarity for all of us to take the next decision. And that is driving some great momentum in the marketplace. You know, if you look, at least if you believe in the financial numbers, which I think are real for sure, you could see that over the past few years, we triple our cloud annualized revenue from 8 billion to 24 billion. This is the annual rhythm of our cloud revenue in 3 years. On the right side, you see tons of great customer stories. We've been transforming them across industries, across solutions, and there's many more. Actually, I was excited yesterday to see and witness Satya and Arthur Sadoun on stage celebrating one of those new solutions, the Marcel platform that you may have heard about, which is built on the Office 365 collaboration platform, all enabled by AI, so that the anti-publicist team can connect their talents, their creativity, and their skills with our AI technology to achieve more in their world and transform the way they work. So that's the impact we want to have as a company. But the impact doesn't stop with businesses. It goes beyond. The impact goes beyond the business, it goes to society. And this is the reason why you probably heard yesterday as well, last couple of days, Microsoft is investing in a number of very significant initiatives to enable AI to do good things for the society. We'll be announcing very far-reaching projects, R&D projects, on AI for Earth, which is about biodiversity, the climate change, and agriculture as well, AI for accessibility, and AI for human rights as well. So I'd like us to actually roll a small video to show you the incredible power of that technology coming to life for people really, for whom it's going to make a very big change in their life. Please, let's roll the video. If you can please roll the video. Thank you.
We have so many people who are non-verbal, but still have so much to say.
I want the exact same information that my hearing friends have.
There are barriers to communication everywhere, but I think it's time we look at the barriers as opportunities to reach out to everyone.
Soundscape fills in a lot of the mental map as you move.
Approaching intersection.
You can just put it in your pocket and go.
With ALS, you become locked in. But we see technology as a way to give back what ALS has taken away.
There's no better feeling than to hear a child say something that they've wanted to say and the look on their face after they've been able to say it.
When it's reading, I see spaces between the words, and it's easy to focus on.
Ajay realized that here was something that could change his life.
Now that I have my phone, I can see exactly what was said, and that's been a huge help to me.
The system is learning as it goes, and the accuracy has improved tremendously.
Students can pick any language that they choose to receive the information. It's like we jumped into the future.
Because communication is very important for all of us, and we just want to be together and not feel left out.
Aider les personnes avec autisme à communiquer, il y a des images.
Je parle, je donne une information à Arthur et elle est traduite par l'application El Picto instantanément en pictogramme et après d'une façon orale.
Va t'habiller et te brosser les dents.
On va pouvoir remettre en place une communication qui est plus spontanée. Je crois que ça aide à recréer du lien.
Both my wife and I are totally blind, and we have a 3-year-old son that's in preschool. He can see, but his parents can't. So to be able to know what's going on at his school is everything. The Seeing AI app has the ability to allow me access to the visual world. Artificial intelligence is beginning to have an impact on the lives of people with disabilities, but it's only going to grow. There is still so much out there to be done.
Thank you. Well, I can tell you this is really what makes our people, myself, so proud of working for this company, is to have a chance to participate to such amazing technologies transforming people's lives. Now, as a company, we've also announced that we want to do and achieve the same in France, in my home country. And so we've been announcing actually an AI impact initiative in France where we are teaming up with some large enterprise, large partners as well, to truly pick a few key societal challenges and invest against them in France. We've been also announcing AI innovation. We actually announced yesterday as well, we're going to be investing on 5 industries in France, on healthcare, on energy, where we just opened a joint incubator with Schneider Electric, but also on transportation, on agriculture as well, and doing more in France. And opening as well our cloud data centers in the country. That's a big deal. Microsoft is opening 2 regional data centers in the country. And the last investment we are making in the country I'm very proud of. We actually had a chance with Satya to visit the AI school yesterday at Station F. At Station F, we were having a session with more than 30 youth who are non-tech youth, by the way, smart kids, but non-techs, who are going through a very deep, actually 7 months AI training, and then going into 12 months apprenticeship to become AI developers. And we are committing as a company to go and train 400,000 people in France on AI. So that's our commitment, not only to drive transformation, but to enable people and talents in the country and globally to realize their potential. Now, clearly, our journey continues, I can tell you. We are far from being done. This is humbling actually to see what we have to accomplish in every single conversation I can with customers. But this is the most exciting time. I had this privilege to work with this company for 34 years. And every morning when I wake up somewhere in the world, I'm more excited than ever. And yet, what I got to realize when it comes to our transformation journey as a company, if I may allow to share that, 2 cents of wisdom with you, when you want to drive a change transformation, by the way, it's got to start with you. And I love this quote from Tolstoy. I love it. He said, everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. And so that's something I'm living every single day in my job, in my personal life as well. Or do I stand up myself, every single day to be that change, to lead with that change? So with that, I'd like to thank you all again for being great participant to this digital transformation of the country and globally as well. And we are very committed as a company to empower every one of you and every of your organizations to achieve more. Thank you.